Do you have any more questions, honey?
Yes, I do. But the one I just forgot.
Another
Big thing people are harping on you for
Right?
is when you were asked the question, what should happen to the person who took Summer or whatever happened? If somebody has Summer, or if they abducted her or worse, you were asked what should happen to that person should they be found or what? And your response was you weren't sure if you would want to put someone in prison because you know that life. And I understand your response because we talk, so you know my past and everything. So I understood your response. But
That's
also,
right.
it's in your church teachings because God always said you forgive, right? So is that kind of why you think you would be a little more forgiving? Is it because of that's your religion, your beliefs, that's what you feel in your heart? Or can you kind of just clarify that a little bit for people who are freaking out about that?
Yeah, of course, the first thing that comes to your mind, if somebody hurts my kid or your kid or anybody's kid, is I'm going to hurt them. That's the first thing that's going to run through any person's mind.
Bingo.
But if
Unless I
you
did
allow the system to put them in prison,
Huh?
Unless I did it.
Right. Exactly.
there's no worse place. Death is better than prison. Okay, you have to be in prison or have been there to understand that death is better than prison. So prison's way worse.
That's
And
not an
only that, once you
institutionalized
get,
man right there.
That's
Sorry,
what?
that is not. He's not an institutionalized man.
No.
My dad would rather be in prison. He's begged prison to keep him because institutionalized. Chris Watts, perfect example. He's an institutionalized person. He is perfectly fine being somewhere, being told what to do, what time. Like as long as he's getting his meal, it's almost a relief for him. For someone like Chris Watts, like my dad, because it's like a weight off their shoulders. I know that sounds so fucked up, but that's what institutionalized is. For the
You know what I mean?
He wouldn't know how to act if he cared about somebody else half as much as he cared about himself.
Well, we also do know he would not want Tim Mullen in prison. Holy cow. So Lisa, what Lisa's saying, I see that, if, his best friend, Tim Mullen, well, he wouldn't want that for Tim Mullen. In fact, he's gone to bat heavier for Tim Mullen than his own wife. So yeah, bingo card on that. Yep. If it's not him, it wouldn't be his boyfriend, Tim Mullen, that he wants locked up for sure. Because he loves Tim Mullen. That's his profit there.
Yep. Let's finish listening to what he says about this.
get in prison, them guys in there are going to be like, you know what, that could have been my kid. And they're going to act accordingly. A lot of people don't understand that. And that's why I hesitated when I answered that question. And Mr. Chris probably wouldn't. That's probably way beyond him, I guess. I don't know to understand that type of thing. But yeah, prison's the worst thing that any.
Why did he